left at home.
Hey.
I have to admit, our ramshackle operation is really turning a corner.
Definitely.
To think a bunch of random people off the street could accomplish all this. I never would have dreamed it was possible.
Listen. An interesting bit of literature. A journalist has implicated Albion in the disappearance of his source. He claims to have video evidence. We can find this paragon of the Fifth Estate at Food Town if you feel like contributing to another black eye for Albion.
You know, I think I've got my mojo back.
Agreed.
I hacked one of those Albion riot drones the other day. Oh man, the look on their faces when it started chasing them. Priceless! People even cheered. They're all like, "We love you, DedSec! You're the greatest!" Or something like that.
There's nothing more intoxicating than a righteous cause.
If we keep this up, we'll be unstoppable.
In a shocking example of privacy invasion, the hacker group known as DedSec have leaked sex tapes belonging to local celebrity and MP candidate Vanessa Ahmed. Despite the video's poor quality, she can be seen engaging.
What the hell?
It appears someone has committed a sex crime against a celebrity in our name. Unless one of you did this without me knowing.
Good grief, Bagley. What sort of villain do you take me for?
I'm assuming you don't watch TV news because you're capable of passing sentences with more than 4 words. So, just so you know, Ms. Ahmed is presently at the Crozier and Cherry Tree pub in Camden, dodging awkward questions about her bottom.
Thanks, Bagley. We should have a chat with her and clear up that leaking celebrity sex tapes isn't our MO. Or people will start believing that DedSec's some kind of tabloid.
Mary Kelly heads up the most powerful crime family in London, Clan Kelly, which should at least be easy to remember.
Under her old man, they were a bit player. Then he died, and her rivals started disappearing. Her enemies, her friends, her family. They call her Bloody Mary for a reason.
Early on, Mary abandoned cash in favor of cryptocurrency and brought the Kellys' criminal business online.
It makes weapons smuggling, drug running, money laundering all a lot easier without a cash trail. The woman single-handedly modernized organized crime in London. She considers herself to be untouchable. Case in point, from my files you retrieved. Darla Covington, 19. Sasha Haddad, 28. Radek Stokovich, 24. All disappeared.
It's difficult to find good help these days, isn't it, love? Most people, they ain't driven. Not like you. 'Cause they feel worthless, don't they? The way that the world is, how it uses people. It's horrible. It's nice that you have a purpose. Oh, that'll be me, love.
We aren't finished here.
This was a courtesy. Oh. Give my regards to their families. It's horrible losing someone you love. Nice meeting you, Caitlin.
As you can see, she'll never respond to interrogation. But there is one place she feels comfortable talking. The Sandstone residence.
Inspector Lau thinks a police bug in the Kellys' headquarters may have the evidence she needs to finally convict Bloody Mary.
Sandstone is their center of operations. I know the data on that bug will take her down. Get it for me, and I swear I'll put her away forever.
Pushing the coordinates to your optics.
Sabine here, Inspector Lau.
I'm curious how you think you can bring Mary Kelly to justice now, with no backing. Even before Albion took over policing, you couldn't lock her up. And she goes on treating humans like cattle.
I had to work within the system. Yes, it was corrupt. I knew it. I just didn't know how bad it was. I thought a strong enough case couldn't be buried.
We were all naive once. What's your excuse now? The police answer to Albion. There's no more doing this by the book.
Because I'm taking it to a contact in the Attorney General's office, an honest solicitor with a hard-on for organized crime, specifically for Mary Kelly. Look, our methods may differ, but I want to help those people as much as you do.
All right. But however this goes down, there's no way we're letting Mary slip the net again. That's not how DedSec does things. Let's get to Sandstone.
I can't believe this is happening. Oh, people are just trying my... They'll never know what hit 'em. Yeah.
DedSec sent me. What's the problem?
God, really? I thought you might be interested in my date last night.
This'll be good.
Not like that. He was just this normal man, very arrogant, spoke about how he can expense whatever he wants because he has dirt on his boss.
What's that got to do with anything?
Because he works for Jack Heath, CEO of Evangeline's auction house. Heath could interest you. Many of his clients are literal criminals. I expect him to be one too. So this dirt my date's got, it's likely something serious.
Up for his second date?
Can't. I met him on Puller, and he has already changed his preferences. I'm not his type anymore. He's all yours.
I'll look into it.
It seems our man Gareth Hendricks updates his preferences nearly every day. Right now, he's looking for a professional getaway driver.
What?
He must want a thrilling criminal romance. I mean, I get it. I once had a fling with a North Macedonian botnet. We'll need to find someone who fits the bill. I found someone who matches Hendricks' preferences. Pushing you their location now.
are making me do this.
Time to power down.
Investigating. There were definitely. I know I saw him somewhere around here.
So, what do we have, Bagley?
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist. And this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the hell?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards. Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done.
What the fuck? Are these guys always gonna be on me like this?
Until you lose them, yes.
You'll get used to Bagley's help.
Here we go.
Anyone have visual? Anyone?
Stupid.
Search units disengage. This search is pointless.
By the position of those news vultures, I surmise that Ms. Ahmed is sheltering inside. Suggest employing whatever finesse you are capable of when approaching her.
And yes, I'm aware of what I just said.
Hey,
Leave me alone. I have no comment.
I'm with DedSec.
You cheeky piece of shit. Come here to gloat, have you? Well, I've got news for you. Your blackmail scheme is over now. I've got nothing left to hide, have I? You've seen to that.
I'm here to clear up that it wasn't us.
Right then, who the fuck are you?
We're the real DedSec. And if someone blackmailed you pretending to be us, well, we've got a bone to pick with them too.
Too bloody late. Can't unleak my nudes. Now how about you piss off?
That could have gone better. For instance, by accomplishing anything at all.
We need to figure out who was behind this. Bagley, can you find her address? The hacker may have left a trace on her home network.
Good idea. Let's hack her home server to prove we're not the kinds of people who would hack her home server. Sending coordinates. Security here is state-of-the-art, quite impenetrable. Unless, of course, you flew a drone through the window one of Mary's mouth breathers left open.
The recording device is in her security room.
Getting there should be a simple matter of navigating the vents.
What the hell?
She's using these people as house servants, against their will.
Horrible in itself, but a million times worse knowing they end up as unwilling organ donors.
fucking attitude problem. Do you know that?
Ladies, I need help.
Fucking idiot. Do you piss everyone off the way you're pissing me off, wanker? Stupid git.
That's it. Let's see what kind of recording we've got on her. Just look at this place. This is what comes of old crooked money. The Kelly family has been profiting from people's misery for a long time. She's got this shit all over the manor.
So you've been in there before? Is that how you ended up in the basement of the Southwark incinerator?
We needed something incriminating, so we decided someone had to get in here and plant a bug. I wasn't going to assign someone else to do that. You saw how Mary uses the people she grabs out of the EPC, and the staff's uniform's not hard to mimic, so I went in. What I didn't know was that she had intel on our investigation, my team. I thought going off book would stop the leaks, but she still knew we were coming. She tortured me for the names of my team, tried to break me, but cops don't give up cops. Turned out she already knew the whole unit and put hits out on them. The woman is a mindfucker.
You're lucky you didn't get chipped. I'd make them kill me if they tried to cuff me like that.
That's how I ended up on that butcher's table. So many reasons to want to rid the world of her, but it wouldn't be enough to just put one in her brain. My mates died trying to bring her to justice. I have to honor that.
What you done to yourself after everything I've done for you?
You made me a slave. All of us. Please, let me go. Take this thing out.
Back to your old life. Back to nothing. Back to your 2.5 screaming blighters in your dead-end job and sucking off the dole. You don't want that, love. This microchip is scary, I know, but I got to keep tracks on my merchandise, don't I? And this kitchen knife, that won't do it, love. Cutting yourself affects my bottom line.
I can't live like this anymore.
No. You're all right there. It's all right, sweetheart, because I have another use for you. Ooh, paying attention, are we? Good. Be sure and spread the word. You know where this one goes. Get these two and all the others over to the venue and ready for the sale.
Right away, Mum. Also, the foreign investors have already landed and the drones are programmed, ready to deliver the invitations and the coordinates to all the guests.
Is that initiative I'm smelling, Peter? Initiative can be a dangerous thing. can be misinterpreted.
Fuck's sake.
This is insane. How did Mary get her hands on this kind of tech? Takes a sick mind to come up with killer microchips.
Perhaps a disease mind, but definitely an ingenious one. Perfect psych profile for a group like Zero Day, wouldn't you say?
Her affiliations aren't my priority, Bagley. She's keeping these people enslaved. And it sounds as if she's selling them. This is huge.
So her microchip is the next step in human trafficking. Anyone steps out of line and zap. She can still turn a buck selling their organs.
DedSec, we'll have to crash that slave auction. Get all the information we can out of there. The location will be on the invitations. She hasn't sent out the invitation yet, but when she does...
Bagley, monitor the drone networks. Give us a heads up when Mary sends out her fleet. Until then, I reckon we're in a holding pattern.
I'll get in touch if I hear about anything else that might interest you. Cheers, DedSec.
Since we're waiting for our cordial invitation to Mary Kelly's tasteless theme party, we can finally get back to what really matters, solving the mystery of Zero Day. Who are they, and why did they frame DedSec for the bombings?
So, what do we have, Bagley?
Glad you asked. Today, the great AI detective has 2 leads for his dog's body politic. Obviously, Albion needs looking into, but I also have a more unusual thread for you to pull on. There's a new hacktivist group on the dark web scene called the 404. But instead of being in it for the lulz, this lot seems to be in it for the brutal reshaping of society by any means necessary. Sound like anyone you know?
I got a few options, then.
I've marked both on your optic.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
Please tell me you've got a real plan. I've tangoed with men like Cass before. If we're just playing at being resistance fighters, we're stepping into a world of hurt.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we can find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
What was that?
Reminder, all personnel must submit to evaluation at 5,000 hours of active duty. Failure to do so may result in demotion.
Someone down! Target out of sight. Look around! No stone unturned!
Take the power back.
Search.
That was Albion's automated propaganda hub you've thrown a spanner into. Ostensibly for broadcasting safety notifications to nearby optics, really all it does is bombard them with propaganda. Or rather, it did.
How are you doing? I hope you don't mind me getting situated in your safe house. Crime marches on, and so will I. There are still cases that need to be closed, if you'll help me.
Fine, I'm on it.
Excellent. I uploaded a case to Bagley. He can brief you on it.
Clan Kelly's been sending a ton of crypto to an unknown party in Cairo. Something to do with Kronos X.
I believe I've heard of that. Some new dark web party drug, no?
It's a highly addictive psychotropic with a staggeringly high fatality rate that stands to make Clan Kelly a lot of money.
And get a lot more people killed.
Well, the phrase Finsbury New Project keeps popping up in their comms, if you'd like to take a look into it.
So, we're working with a cop now. Does anyone else see how completely insane this is?
No, there's something about this Caitlin Lau. She's not a typical cop.
Yeah, she's different. I get it. Last I checked, the cop's a cop.
Better her than Albion. Give her a chance. She might surprise you.
Careful! She might be the one surprising you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government. Led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Which is a move straight out of a warlord's playbook.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
It took some doing, but I've narrowed down the area where we're most likely to find Hamish Balaji. I've pushed the coordinates to your optic.